Sometimes you need the people that you love to turn their back on you, to give you all the motivation you need. I had to go and get it. I had to hustle for mine. Niggas ain't want me with it. I had to get on my grind. I had to get me a bag. Couldn't wait no more time. Man, these fuck nigga tripping. Nigga can't stop my shine. I had to hustle for mine. I had to hustle for mine. They ain't wanna see me with it. I had to get on my grind. I had to hustle for mine. I had to hustle for mine. They ain't wanna see me with it. I had to get on my grind. I had to hustle for mine. I had to hustle for mine.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
You are tuned to K-100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
You know the drill.
K-100, you bastard.
We live. What's happening? Shout out to everybody that's watching this live right now, man. I appreciate it. You know what it is. I've been anticipating this for a minute. Big ups to everybody that's watching over there. Some people checking us out on Instagram. People checking us out on Facebook, YouTube, whatever. My dog, Blood Raw. I finally got this sit down. We finna sit down and chop it up with some real shit.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it, man. Good, man. I'm blessed to be here, man. You know it.
I'm not gonna spend too much time, you know what I'm saying, walking down memory lane and talking about too much stuff in the past, but the past kind of connects with right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure, for sure.
Things that happen behind us kind of shape us. You feel what I'm saying? And it turns, to who we end up being. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So with that being said, you got a lot going on. You know what I mean? You got a brand new book. Let me see that book real quick. You got a brand new book that he's got coming out.
Yes,
and a brand new album.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people dropping projects. A lot of people drop books. Not too many people doing it at the same time.
Yes, sir.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna talk about all that. Give me a little bit of the inspiration. What made you do the book, and what put you in the space to create Hush?
I would say the last 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Almost 6 years I hadn't done music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I pretty much stepped away from doing music and just really was on my family thing, trying to, just live a regular life. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying time with my kids and taking them to school, picking them up, helping with homework. You know what I'm saying? Just the intimacy of love of what I always wanted my whole life.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I fell in love with it. You know what I'm saying? I just fell in love with the feeling of real love and not no industry. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Unnecessary drama or street life type of anything going on. Everything was just love of how I was living my life. You know what I'm saying? And just over the years, just being in that space of trying to figure out really what I want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, music has always been my passion. It's something that I love more than anything. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of tried to figure out something else besides music, and it was my family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I was cool with that. You feel me? But just the overwhelming messages from my messages, my phone, to my DMs, to my messages on Instagram of my fans and people telling me what my music done for them and do for them. You know what I'm saying? And the things that my music overcame them through. And you know what I'm saying? I just felt a sense of obligation, not to just to myself, but to God, because you feel me? Like music is a blessing for me.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? And it's so many people that can rap, bro, but it's very few people who touch you in a certain type of way. And I know that my music do that to people. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, like I said, when I started doing music, it became therapy. So all the stuff that I was going through, I was holding it in over the past 5 years.
Right.
So I couldn't wait to get in the studio. Right. You know what I'm saying? When I finally got to that time frame, I'm like, man, come on, I gotta do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And me just living a lifestyle of something that I really wasn't used to, of just being a regular person, not being able to do anything what I want to do at the drop of a dime or go where I want to go. You know what I'm saying? I had to wait on checks and you feel me? And just the everyday life situation. You know what I'm saying? So I just got in that space and I was like, you know what I'm saying? I got to do something. So that's when I moved to Atlanta 3 years ago. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I just, over the course, me and Kink had been talking. And this is the co-owner of CTE. Right. You know what I'm saying? But Kink is the person who really signed me from the beginning of with Jeezy and Kinky B, you know what I'm saying? Right. But Kink was the person hands-on that really loved Blood Raw. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I basically, told him, like, bro, let's start what we finished. I mean, let's finish what we started, you know what I'm saying? Right. And, over the years, you know what I'm saying, it was hard for him to do it because he had a falling out with Jeezy as well. Right. And that was his best friend, you know what I'm saying? But, I'm big on family, I'm big on friends. And if I start something with somebody, I want to finish it, like, because I believe in the situation. You feel me? So it's like I can always do anything by myself. But what fun is that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you can't have your people around you or somebody that's familiar with your struggle or what you done been through, you know what I'm saying? So that's how me and Kink kind of got hooked up. But, you know, even on that journey, you know what I'm saying? I honestly feel that this comeback is more personal for me.
It feels that way to me. Let me just say this. The music, of course, I've heard your whole catalog, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're watching this for the first time, or if you never heard of me or me personally,
right.
But you're a fan of Blood, and we go way back. We're from the
sir.
same hometown, which is Panama City, Florida. I remember your journey when it first started. You know what I'm saying? You helped me in Misty on Minds when it first started. You know what I'm saying? So this project and it coinciding book felt like this time you just know you finna do it alone.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I'm gonna give everybody some full disclosure. It's some stuff that because I've been wanting to have a conversation with you about everything.
Right.
When you first told me that, you know what I'm saying, you was getting down with G's and everything, and I asked you, you know what I'm saying, I was like, bro, you think that's a good idea? You know what I'm saying? And my reasoning at the time was because G's is an artist. You know what I'm saying? And signed to an artist, and I felt like, frankly, me and a lot of other people, you know, felt like you was already on. Like you was so big in Florida.
Right.
It didn't comprehend. To me, it didn't make sense to like sign to an artist at that time, because I feel like you need to be signing directly to Def Jam. Right. You know, directly, because you already had a crazy buzz and a crazy name for yourself already. Right. And some people don't know that. Some people think that was your first introduction. Like, if you're not from a certain part, if you're not from Florida or right around low Alabama and all that, when you was really hot, they may think that, oh, he put you on. No. Yeah. That completely wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? He was a big name in Florida. Magazine covers and all that. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and everybody, and music in the club and everything. So I felt at that moment, I was like, man, you sure, bro? And you told me, and what did you tell me? You know what you told me?
I'm gonna tell you what I tell you, and it's crazy that we having this conversation, because you was one of the first people to tell me the word of, bro, this is what I'm hearing. Right. You feel me? Right. So a lot of people think that I just be talking, and I'm like, word on the street that the Fed finna pick me up. This my brother, like, he one of the first people to tell me the word, and he ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? It's like
let me I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah.
But let's go. I'm gonna come back to that other part.
Right.
Just so we clear, because it's people from home, and people gonna be listening to this particular interview. Right. And be getting chit chatting. Let's kill all that. Yeah. I called you. Yeah. Because people that love me. Right. That love you. Yeah. That love both of us and wanted us to win. Right. And wanted us to make it out of Panama City. Yeah. And wanted us to be great. Right. Was calling me from inside the wall. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Telling me, boy, get that boy on the phone. Yeah. These boys in here telling it out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's going down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I called you because I was taken back by what I was hearing. Yeah. And I felt that I had to protect you. I went into protection mode because you was my dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I just wanted to get clear that, I did. I called and told you that because I was like, bro, this some bullshit. Yeah. I can't believe these niggas is finna do this and this is finna go down like this. It was ugly. Yeah, I'm gonna get into that in a minute. You talk extensively about that Fed case. Right? Yeah. When I called you. Right. Of course I couldn't tell you on the phone. Right. Obviously. Yeah. Nigga, exactly. I meet you face to face and tell you what the fuck going on, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I was hurt about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that culminated with everything that was going on. I was like, bro, you sure you want to do it? You know what I'm saying? But what you told me though.
I told you, bro, like, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? To be honest, bro, I had been hearing it, you know what I'm saying? It really wasn't like, because I wasn't living there, so I'm like, you feel me? So I never thought in a million years that you could be not even in a place, you feel me? And somebody just, you know what I'm saying? I mean, reality of the story, those were my friends, you feel me? But at the end of the day, it's like, when you on the road and doing what I'm doing at the time with music, like, you don't even think in your mind, like, this could happen. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when you told me, that's when I really got nervous. Right. And I'm like,
it's coming from a credible
somebody that ain't got no ulterior motive about anything. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm nervous. I'm like, you feel me? Like, I'm telling to myself, I don't care who it is. Right. If I get this opportunity, bro, I'm gonna do it, because I know that you have to do this. Yeah. You have to show legal documentation that you're doing this for real. This ain't no local, I'm a rapper. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, this is my lifestyle. This is a contract. This is what I do for real. You know what I'm saying? And by God's grace, it happened for the best. You know what I'm saying?
And to be clear, that helped you in your case.
It helped me in my case.
Because, if you riding around doing this, then the third, and you ain't got no way to prove, you know what I'm saying, how you making this money, that make it easier for the feds.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You never had a job, whatever.
Exactly.
So, you know what I'm saying? And I was just glad that it all worked out like that. But before it happened, before all of that, I was like, I don't know, bro. So you would have these conversations, you know what I'm saying, in the studio, sitting around when we be kicking it, and we had this conversation, and I was like, man, I don't know, bro. Then I was like, damn, I'm so glad that you did it. You know
so many people, bro. So many people.
I mean?
And I couldn't just really just fight against people to tell them that I was scared. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, but at the time, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, bro. Like, and it was other people. It was T.I. It was Universal. It was, you know what I'm saying, other labels, like, but nobody was moving fast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody was talking. Like, they wanted to do it now. Let's do it.
Yeah, you say T.I. Tip.
Of course, Tip. Yeah, Hannah Kane just called me the other day. Like, how you doing? I see you back on the scene. She was one of the biggest people trying to make the deal happen. Like, you feel me? So it's like, yeah, man, like Jazzy Faye, like Trick Daddy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
all
what I'm
these
saying.
people.
Like you were so in demand. I was kind of like, well, you know, but hey, you know me. I was like, let's do what you do, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, I knew for a fact, because I had, back end details about just how many people was clamoring for you at that time.
Yeah.
So fast forward to where we're at right now.
Right.
This is K-100 Radio. Thanks everybody for coming in. Shout out to everybody that's pulling up right now, that's watching.
Yes, sir.
You are tuned into K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
K-100, you bastards.
Chopping up with my man Blow Up Raw right here. You feel what I'm saying? We're having a real conversation. We're talking about his new book.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He's got a brand new book out. And we're going to get into that in a minute. He's got a brand new album out.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And we're getting ready to pump. We're going to play some of this music. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody that's sitting here watching us. We're live right now at DBS Sounds, man.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody that pulled up on us, you dig? But back to the to the interview. All right? So all that happened.
Right.
And you had to falling out with Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to hit the reset button.
Reset button.
That's a mean reset button, because a lot of people, we already know on the outside, people looking like, oh, did he get dropped?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What happened? You know what I mean? Oh, he would never, that was your one shot. You know what I'm saying? We coming from Panama City, Florida.
Of course,
He got that one shot. He would never get another shot. Ain't no way. For him, he would never make it back to the next level again. All the talking. You know what I'm saying? It comes out in the air when something like that happens, when you see you pouring on TV, and now you kind of falling back, you gotta hit the reset button as an indie.
Right.
I come back out again and do it again the way you did it the first time.
Right.
The same way you got hot the first time, they even knew your name.
Right.
But still, it's a reset.
Reset.
How'd that feel?
Honestly, it's a journey that I knew I had to take. You feel me? Like I'm built for all the hard stuff.
Right.
But it's just convincing the people around you that it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody had them same thoughts as well.
Right.
You feel me? Whether it's, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know, whether they believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? Some people still have them thoughts of, can you do it again?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how great you are.
Yeah.
You feel me? Regardless of how many fans you have, it's like, can you do it again because of today's time?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Of what's going on now.
Yeah.
You know? But me, you know what I'm saying? Again, like I say, my music is just different. You know what I'm saying? And me, I'm a people's person. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to always be able to create new fans. I'm going to always be able to create new listeners, because if I could just get in front of people, my spirit alone is going to gravitate, and it's going to bring people to want to know more. Exactly. And once you want to know more, you're going to listen to the music. Once you listen to the music, you're going to be a fan, if not a friend. You know what I'm saying? And that's just really the journey that I know I had to take. But more so, I feel like what I bring to the table is needed in today's time. Due to the fact of, you know, how we are all over the place with, you know, whether you're talking about ops or killing people or drugs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm an official street nigga. You know what I'm saying? You don't get no streeter. But I don't do none of that.
Right.
I don't do no drugs. I don't talk about killing other black men. You feel me? I don't got no ops. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I talk about real life situations, things that's going on in the neighborhood, in the hood, and how do you overcome, how to believe in God, how to, you know what I'm saying, to stay afloat so you can get where you want to go,
right.
To be consistent, you know what I'm saying, and to just, you know, to be real with yourself. And I feel it's a gap in the music game of all of that. I feel like it's a gap in real life of all of that. And if it ain't the music, I feel like it's gonna be me as a person who touch people in a different type of way that make a difference.
Some people have a calling on their life, and how they called to do it, and how they called to spread a certain kind of message is different. Some people go to a pulpit,
right?
Some people go in front of a mic. You know what I'm saying? It's
right.
different. Some people are motivational speakers, whatnot, or what have you. It's all different, but it's all relevant. And
it's all relevant, yeah.
To somebody, you did
right.
So, right now, you're I want to talk about the book.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I really want to make sure we get into that, and then we're gonna get into the project.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of stuff, there's some real personal stuff on the album.
Yes.
That I definitely got to talk about, especially that pain track.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about exactly what you talk about in that song. I'm gonna get to it.
Mm-hmm.
K-100 Radio. This is BLIZM. We're live at DBS Sound. Shout out to our host, of course, DBS Sounds, by the way.
Right.
Tobago and these guys have showed nothing but love to us.
Yes.
Shows nothing but love to independent artists. So I just want to make sure that we respect them. We give them a moment to speak to us in a little bit. But let me hold the book real quick again. All right, give me the title. Run it down to me, fam.
The title of the book is the story and life of Bruce Fawson Jr., which is my name, aka Blood Raw.
And everybody knows you've been rapping for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This is different.
Yeah.
This is different.
Yeah.
Why a book? Why not just put everything that's in the book on the track like you always do?
Right.
You know, this is another step. But why do the book?
I think because the book I could become more in depth about my life and who I am, and give people a perspective of what I went through in my life, things I've overcame, and the reason that I make the music that I make.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that the book, it's a lot of young men and women in the world that's went through some of the same situations that I have. And I think that, just my perseverance and my faith in God in the book will show people that if you believe, anything is possible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just be consistent, man. Just don't never give up on your dreams. Don't never give up on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And don't be afraid to tell your story, whether good or bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be ashamed about nothing. It's your life. It happens.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we all go through stuff. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta face them times, and you gotta try to get through them.
I think that overall the book matched up with the project is really telling of where you at right now. Mm-hmm. But really more so you as an actual person. You know what I'm saying? It's very rare that we get to interview people in this industry that are artists that we actually know outside of the music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So most people be like, oh, BLIZM, why this is a lot. You're doing a lot. This is a lot you're doing for blood. Yeah, that's on purpose. You know what I'm saying? It's because I know just how much work you actually put in. Right. And I know your story and I know it personally. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just want to make sure that everybody understands that, while we're doing this interview and while we're making sure that this book and this project is getting highlighted.
Of course.
Now, I want to get ready to get into this music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because before we started, listen, maybe if you was doing the mic check. We was doing the mic check. And we was playing some of the throwback music, and then I started playing some of them, and you started forgetting. You forgot about some of that old shit you got.
Yeah.
You like, shit, these niggas don't want to see me in the verses.
No facts. No facts.
Your catalog is immense. And
No
before we
facts.
start talking about Hush, man, you got a lot of classic records, you know what I'm saying, people don't even know about. Mm-hmm. Tell me about how you feel about your catalog, you know what I'm saying, as an artist right now.
Right.
You said you don't think you want to get one of them big dogs.
No, you got to. You got to get somebody with a real deal.
What you think about that?
Yeah, I mean it's facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody.
No.
Who you think you could? If you just hypothetically.
Nobody. You got to pick somebody that's really on.
Right.
Like bro.
Somebody that's really on. To give somebody that's really on there. Because everybody nowadays that conversation goes on and on and on social media all the time, fam. Versus that's the best. So one dude says one thing about versus. And the whole world talk about it for 2 fucking days. You know
of course. You gotta pick somebody, to be honest. You gotta pick somebody that's done something. Somebody like Young Dro or somebody like, you feel me? Somebody that's done, had their feet in the game, like, you know what I'm saying? They had records on TV, like, because the first thing independent person gonna say, they're gonna try to bring Jeezy in the equation. Right. You feel me?
Wow.
These my records though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't like, this is my catalog.
Yeah. We play we can go toe to toe with him with the stuff that he ain't on.
Oh yeah, of course we can do that.
We was doing that a minute ago.
Yeah, we definitely can do that. But I'm saying that's what they're gonna say. Right. They're gonna try. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna try to bring that up. You feel me? So it's like, it's no way, bro. Like, but I could pick 20 without that. Without no USDA at all.
Yeah.
Like,
I
yeah.
feel like you could.
Of course.
You're going to be a tough out for most of them.
Of course.
Tough out for most of them niggas, all right? That's facts.
Of course.
All right, so we getting ready to get, I'm going to pull up this album, man. We got the album. And I'm going to just go ahead and just set it off with the intro.
Right.
Which when you first played this record for me, right?
Right.
I was like, bro, that's an intro. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's an intro. That record just go hard. It's a good way to set the album off.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure everybody here, most people that's in here probably done heard this record.
Yeah.
People that are watching online right now, I'm pretty sure if you haven't heard it, make sure you go and get this.
Go get it, man.
You know what I'm saying? Already 2 million.
Yeah.
Already on iTunes. You know what I'm saying? Already off the top.
On iTunes.
So I don't know who y'all calling.
Over 100,000 on Spotify.
Yeah, I don't know who y'all calling indie. It's indie and then it's indie. You know what I'm saying? It's different levels for everything.
And we just getting back started. We
just
getting back. We ain't even broke the surface with the project. You feel me? Like,
right.
For real.
What's your plans?
The plans been is just, to be persistent. Like I say, take it to another level. I'm about to do the record featuring BLIZM Right Here record. We putting that on radio.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's a great record.
we gonna do big boy video, all that. You know what I'm saying? Real TV stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we just gonna, push the other records. We doing all videos for the whole album. You know what I'm saying? Like literally 15 videos. You know what I'm saying? It's everything that I do, it tells a story. You know what I'm saying? Like the book. I dropped the book on October 31st. That's the night my mama died. You feel me?
Right.
But it's also, I want to bring good out of the situation, which is the rebirth of me. You know what I'm saying? So I have something happy to live for now. You know what I'm saying? Other than being sad on Halloween.
Yeah.
I dropped my book. So you feel me? My album, I dropped it on Christmas. I dropped my album on Christmas because Christmas was the last time that I spent with my kids.
Right.
You feel me? So that was just another thing. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, you gotta. There's a lot to unpack in those songs too. Stuff I was like, over the years, of course, everybody we all busy now. And I was listening to the album, I'm like, the hell, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the new situations I ain't talked about homeboy about. You know what I'm saying? So it's a real personal project. But before we start, you know what I'm saying? We gotta just make sure we play this right.
Let's
here,
get into it, man.
This is K-100 Radio, man.
Check 1 2.
Shit, everybody dying, I'm just trying to live. I'm taking penitentiary chances, trying to feed my kids. Them babies want the best, they don't know nothing else. If I don't go get it, God take my breath. I got it out the mud, them stains still on me. Convicted felon, still got that thing on me. Thought a few niggas was real, they went lame on me. I wear the scars, I can never hide the pain on me. I was at my worst, I'm talking dead broke. I had to chase a bag, I'm talking head first. See the tears in my eyes as I pray to God. You ever seen a real nigga beat the odds? One wrong move, they gon' give me life. The only nigga that you know that beat them crackers twice. I used to shop with Dapper Dan for that Gucci shit. Now the bricks coming in with the Gucci prints. Motivate them niggas to get on they hustle. All my niggas locked down, I wanna say I love you. Thought I had a blessing, then the pain came. Went to Detroit and lost a half a thing. I cried like a baby about them 40 racks. And I ain't got a clue how I'ma get it back. My sister broke my heart, she told me get a job. But every time I almost quit, I got a sign from God. Just thinking about the pain, give a nigga chills. And knowing if I get caught, I'm getting 100 years. My back against the wall, but I know I'm blessed. Got everything I love, but my life a mess. I'm taking losses after losses, I can't take no more. I was humble, I was patient, I can't wait no more. When Chaos died, that's my girl, how I broke down. My body went numb, I couldn't make a sound. My last 5 years, I've been going through it. Then King hit me up and we've been getting to it. You can keep that fake love, I just want the money. And I'm fresh out of favors, nigga, what that money? I'm running from my past, but the streets calling. I'm talking pressure and the bill collectors keep calling. I pray that this a dream, somebody wake me up. But I can't complain, cause shit was fucked up. Asked a few niggas for a couple dollars. Thought that we was solid, they ain't never hollow. People treat you like shit when they think you broke. But the devil in my ear like fuck them folk. You done got it all your life, what you begging for? And your people got that work, what you playing for? I can't believe you niggas thought that I was done. Now your bitch riding the raw got you all in your feelings, huh? waiting on that pack. And them bitches coming in by the 100. Couple right moves, millionaires by the summer. They used to show the love when I come around. Now them niggas in their feelings when I come in town. Nigga, you gon' see me, that's what Ada made. I was really about to lose it, then he made a way. I hurt my own feelings showing niggas love. I broke my own heart looking for the same love. Never should've made it, that's what niggas say. Should I be humble, should I put it in these niggas' face? You ever gave your heart and people shitted on you? How the fuck was supposed to feel when they all quit on me?
That hush go hard, bro.
Yes, sir.
You know
Yes, sir.
when you first dropped that on me, I was like, man, that right there, that's crazy. That's a crazy way to bring on the project, to bring on the album.
Yeah.
You talked about you got a couple of songs for the ladies too. The one with BLIZM, we'll get into that. You know what I'm saying? But also one of the songs, you talked about problems and issues that you had like with relationships. You know what I'm saying? With your relationship, maybe I don't know if it was your kid's mom or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Talk about that a little bit and how much that influences, you know, some of the songs that you make for women, because you got a lot of women, you got a lot of songs for women on this, like, you can do better, baby. You know what I'm saying? Some motivational songs for the women, but also a lot of them saying, listen, you know what I mean? I understand what it's like. You know, you need a real nigga. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You feel me?
For sure.
When you make those kind of songs and you craft those kind of songs for women, I know it's coming from a personal place. Talk about that for a second.
Well, depending on which record, but of course, you know, all the records have sentimental value. You know what I'm saying? But just in general, when I talk about, you know, dealing with women, like I've always been great with women. Like, you feel me? I've been a women magnet my whole life. So my friend always tell me, C. Wakely, he always tell me, like, bro, you gotta start talking to the women more, cause they like you, like, you know what I'm saying? And you know what to say, like, you feel me? So when I pick my topics of women's songs, it's pretty much be a lot with what's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? Bad relationships. You know what I'm saying? Expectations. You feel me? And just different things of, like, you know, the misconception of what a man is.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? A real one. You feel me? And it is some real ones out here. Yeah, you know, you got niggas that play games, but for the most part, you know what I'm saying? It is some great men out here. You feel me? So don't be blinded by that and become the, you know, F every man, or, you know what I'm saying? You know, because that's what the world will come to. If you look at the internet, it's gonna always be a wave of, you know, a nigga gotta pay me, or you know what I'm saying, you gotta have a bag or whatever. Like, don't get caught up into that if, you know what I'm saying, if you're really looking for a real man. And it is some out here, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, when it comes to me, you know, I only really had one song on my album, and that was the Pain, the Pain, Love, Hate record, where I was in a 6-year relationship, you feel me? With my kid's mama, you feel me? And, you know, we just split last year, but it was the first time in my life that I ever really loved a woman.
That's deep.
You feel me?
And I felt that and I caught that, I heard that, and I was like, wow. I didn't even know whether or not, you know, it's one of the situations where, you know, you don't get too personal with somebody's personal life, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless we talking on a daily basis, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's not my business. But when I heard those bars, and I know you wouldn't say it on the bars, you don't make music and you don't say shit in your songs that's not true. I've been around you long enough to know that. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard that, I was like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? It's like, wow. So that was the first person, you know, first woman that you actually had that kind of love for, and y'all split. So what does that do for you know, you as an artist in your career? Does that throw you off? Does it make you feel like, man, I know you got to come in, your therapy is the music, but how does that affect you, just your grind? Because I was in a relationship once before too, you know what I'm saying, that ended, that was that long, and it kind of just threw me off my square for a minute, you know what I'm saying? Not just, I ain't go completely crazy, you know what I'm saying, but it just kind of throw you off because you put a lot of energy into that.
Of course.
You feel what I'm saying? If that's really, if you make a house a home, that's the energy.
Better believe it.
And it throw you off your square for a little bit. How'd you deal with it?
I was in a bad place for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And it was just crazy, like, you feel me? Because you do something for 6 years straight every day that you've never done. And you trying to be the man that
and you
want other people, that you really want people to know that a man can be.
Right.
You feel me? And keep in mind, my sister went through a divorce, so it was like, I'm trying to prove to her that it's good men still out here.
Right.
Your brother was a street nigga, like, you feel me?
Right.
And he can change.
Yeah.
So don't never give up on love, like, you feel me? And unfortunately, people grow apart, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was just crazy.
Yeah, man. I can tell that it's deep and it's a painful subject, but that's what that's what pulls the best out of us as artists. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people they fail and forget to realize, you know what I'm saying, that we men, we humans, we, especially when we doing this music, we got other things that mean a lot to us and that's dear to us. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff comes out in these songs and people dance to them and they ride around, smoke to them and chill, but they don't understand where that came from. That came from an actual experience, an actual level of pain and hurt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That you feel and it pours out. You know what I'm saying? I heard it on that record, so I was like, wanted to ask you about that. You know,
Right.
Sometimes some stuff you be like, I don't know if I want to ask it, but yeah,
Nah,
you know what I
man.
mean? I'm glad I did. You feel me?
Oh yeah, you know it ain't nothing that I can't talk about. You
Right,
feel me?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about the industry right now and your career,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On the song, I was kind of not shocked at the one bar. I laughed at the bar. I chuckled when you was like, you know what I'm saying? You put your career in Jesus' hands. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you fucked it up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In your career right now, where you at? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? What would you do different? Not if you. I know you. Of course, hindsight is 20/20.
Yeah.
So of course, you probably wouldn't necessarily that situation, but that happened, right?
Right.
What do you feel like you're gonna do different this time to maybe avoid another pitfall? Because I feel like this project is gonna put you right back where you need to be.
Right.
But then again, we can run into another wall, another
Right,
brick wall
right.
again. What are you gonna do different this time?
To be honest, I just have to, I have to handle all business. Like nothing can be personal.
Yeah.
Ain't no real nigga. Ain't no my friend. Ain't no none of that. Like, yeah, that's cool, but we got to get to the business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I neglected the whole time, the first time. Like, it was new for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't, me and Wake, that was my manager at the time. It was new for us.
Right.
No lawyer. You know what I'm saying? We had the same attorney as the label. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like
Stuff that we see on TV
That-
on
you-
making the band and shit like
you know
that.
what I'm
Some
saying?
making the band type shit. You
you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
so I'm
Real.
from Panama City. Like, what do I hire an entertainment lawyer? Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Somebody that's gonna have my best interest.
Right.
You feel me? Like, I didn't know none of these things because if I did, I would have did it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I learned a whole lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I came in the game. I didn't do it. We never done it as a local level, bro.
Right.
We always was ahead of our time, like
Right.
of doing it from the city perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like certain things that if I would have just knew, I could have done.
Yeah.
But I just didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And it's my fault. You feel me? Like, it's my fault. You know what I'm saying? But I always kind of
Well, it's you. Let me say this. Maybe it's your fault because everybody says what artists should know and should not know. But like you said, if you don't know, you don't know. But also, real niggas need to do kind of real nigga shit when they say they real niggas also as well. So it's like, yeah, maybe you should have had a contract in place on certain things, and you know what I'm saying, it would have stopped, it would stop the money problems. You know what I'm saying? The money issues. But still, you if you call somebody brother, you call somebody friend.
of course.
You expect full-heartedly in the
Right.
industry for niggas to kind of match that energy.
Of course.
You understand what I'm saying? So I know what you're saying. Like, okay, yeah, you should have known, but at the same time,
Yeah.
you was dealing with what you thought was real niggas.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Bobby,
And so
yeah.
But that's not how it works in the industry,
Right.
kids.
At
You know
all.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody watching this right now, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is a teachable moment. You feel what I'm saying?
And
It's not how
keep
it
in mind,
works.
keep this in mind.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't your typical artist where you waited on somebody to do something for you.
Right,
Like,
right.
Just, all you had to do was just do what you were supposed to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't need you to walk me around or introduce me or nothing. Like, my work ethic, everything that I done, I made my relationships. You know what I'm saying? Some great relationships.
Yeah.
But it was the fact of me doing too much on my own.
That's what caused the rift.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
Yeah.
that's because before you signed,
Yeah.
you was already
I was already Blood Raw Entertainment.
right.
Like,
You was
know what I'm
already an established artist.
Yeah.
And then so I don't know if that cause it could be because they feel like, oh, you trying to take control of business where you shouldn't be. Jealousy could probably
Right.
sit in. I'm pretty sure there's a level of jealousy.
Of
You know what
course.
I'm saying, that set in when that happened. You know what I mean? So, when you think back on it this time,
Right.
that's a good place to start. Like all business.
All business,
We can
man.
be friends,
Yeah.
but we got to sign the contract
We-
first.
yeah,
you know
we
what I'm
got-
saying?
yeah,
We got
yeah.
to make sure the numbers are right first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that can go a long way.
And the crazy thing is, even with some people though, bro, like some people they don't, like you can have a contract in place.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Right.
And some people just ain't gonna abide by them rules. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So it's just
We
like,
expect people that break the law. Like it's weird that we expect niggas that call themselves street niggas to follow rules and laws and contracts. That's odd to me sometimes. Because it's like, nigga, if you really is a street nigga, you really don't give a fuck about no law.
You feel me?
A contract is a law-abiding piece of paper. But
exactly.
Nigga, so, you know what I'm saying? Niggas like, and the police is real too, and they're going to still push that work.
You know what I'm saying?
So
yeah.
At the end of the day, it's like, yo.
Yeah.
Because
keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. This is the crazy thing.
Yeah.
This is, my second budget was open for my second album.
Right.
L.A. Reid signed off. Joe Barino signed off. Jeezy, the only person that didn't sign off. Mm-hmm. You feel me? They had 18 months to release another project for Blood Raw. L.A. Reid said, we don't want to hear nothing else from CTE. That's why you never heard nobody else come out from CTE, because I was the only signed artist there.
Right.
L.A. Reid said, y'all drop the ball. We don't want to hear nothing else but Blood Raw. My second budget was open. He had 18 months to release me an album or release me from my contract.
And he chose the latter.
He didn't choose nothing. He tried to drag it out.
Right.
So they stopped paying rent for the CTE office.
Oh.
That's how they lost the label deal.
Right.
You feel me? When it came to the 18 months, I was able to walk away scot-free. No money owed, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? So when
you got your pub back and everything?
I own everything. Okay. I own my everything.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? This is the crazy thing. This is the only thing that bothers me with the internet is that when people don't be knowing what they be talking about, like, you know, especially from the crib.
Right.
Oh, Jeezy dropped Raw and this and that. No, nigga, I've been left.
Right.
Like, if I wanted to be, I could have still been over there at the shows and happy-go-lucky, all of that. No, nigga, I chose to take my own route because it wasn't right.
Right.
You feel me? And at 18 months, I was able to be free. But he waited 18 months to kill my buzz. You know, nobody could talk to me. No labels could entertain me or nothing. Nobody could do nothing. So I had to drop mixtapes. You feel me? Just to try to stay relevant. But at the same time, I just beat the fans twice. So I'm in a financial strain.
Right.
I'm in a financial strain. I'm in a label strain. You feel me? My whole everything is just all over the place.
For the people that don't understand that story. So we talking this my homie, we from the same hood. So neither one of us can lie about our life.
Right.
We're not from a city that's big enough to lie about who you are, to lie about your background. It's not big enough. Somebody gonna call you a liar and they know you lied, they know your story. Yeah. Everybody knows somebody where we from. You know what I'm saying? We're not from born and raised in a city where you can make up your life on one side of town and go to the other side and say, yeah, I'm that nigga.
Right.
No, they can just go over there and check and see if you really that nigga.
Better believe
That's where
it.
we from.
Yeah.
So it's almost impossible for a cat that was a hustler,
Yeah.
that was getting street money,
Yeah.
to get indicted, to beat a conspiracy case, which almost nobody never does. Nobody really beats the feds in a conspiracy case. But this man was blessed enough, and the Lord saw fit for him to walk away from that. If all he knows is hustle, of course he obviously can't go back to the hustle.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So at that, what do you want to do? Get a job at McDonald's? You know what I'm saying? You gonna talk about him then? You know what I'm saying? Oh, blood, now he talking. I ain't working at McDonald's. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You niggas would have never been happier. Whatever, unless but you the 18 months is stagnant because you still locked in with Jesus. So
Exactly.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
So you can't get show money, right? Because that's the problem. You can't hustle because they just praying, nigga, that you please hustle.
Oh, yeah, better believe it.
1 ounce.
Better
you know what I'm
believe
saying?
it.
Just do anything, niggas. We gonna knock your head off.
Yeah.
You slid by us the first time, right? So people don't understand that puts a person and a man in a precarious situation.
Yeah.
Everybody need paper, but you a hustler.
Yeah.
You ain't finna go get a forklift job. That's not gonna work. It's just shit ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? That's not what happened. What do? So you gotta come on your grind, you gotta do things, you gotta change everything about it.
Right.
I understood all that, but the average person
Right.
is not.
Yeah.
So during that course of time, that had to be tough.
Of course.
How did you make it do that?
I just locked in the studio, bro, and I produced three of my three mixtapes that's extremely raw that was ahead of their time, of course. But I just did what I had to do, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I'm gonna always be one of them artists that could go on the road for $2,500.
Right.
I could do that with my eyes closed. I just drop a tape and I'm on the road and I'm gonna get some money.
Right.
You feel me? But that's not who I know I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 2,500. If you could tell, I got a high pitched voice, so my voice is gonna be strained in them type of clubs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be wear and tear. The mics ain't gonna be, it's levels when doing shows that you want to be as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, to some people, $2,500 is great money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
For making music, for doing the show. Because some people are going out here paying $250
Yeah.
to do the show.
Yeah.
A lot of artists still out here. A lot of y'all that be capping.
Yeah.
Y'all still paying $250 to get on stage with another nigga.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
Far be it from you to open your fucking mouth if you can even get them $2,500. But keep going, sir.
That's $20,000. That's $20,000 a month.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what that is $140,000 a year.
If you can do it, every
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you feel me? So I always made pretty good money doing music. You know what I'm saying? But it was always more for me. Like, it was just more for me, and I felt like that somebody, you know what I'm saying, that I called a friend was really trying to like, little boy me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I never been one of those niggas. Like, it didn't sit right with me. But because I looked at him as my brother, I never really wanted to go to that type of level. Like,
Right.
you feel me?
Right.
It was always me trying to figure out what's the best situation or the best, way to be a real nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because evidently you're not being a real nigga, but I'm not gonna let you get me out of character.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because if you start to just really be a real nigga, then she can really go left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She can go left. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? That makes no sense. At that particular juncture, you don't want to take it to no crazy place because you already know, okay, this is the music business, the industry. This industry shit right here. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to look at it from a completely different perspective, man.
Over the 18 months though, like, the money just started. It just started, going from $5,000 a show, to 4,000 to
Right.
3,000. You know what I'm saying? And then keep in mind, I'm having to pay my bills off of this.
Yeah.
I got big boy bills, like, because I done acquired this lifestyle.
Right, this notoriety.
You know what I'm saying? I got
Right.
this big crib. I got, you know what I'm saying? All type of stuff. You feel me? And it just started wearing on me. Keep in mind, I'm on federal probation for the second Fed case.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I got to tell my whereabouts every single where I go.
Right.
If I'm at a hotel, I got to get an address. You feel me? It's like, it's just so much going on that just me. You know what I'm saying? Just me. It stopped being fun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It stopped being fun.
You think that's what caused you kind of sort of when you said a little while ago that you got to that point, you just wanted to be a family man.
Yeah.
You just wanted to after all that right there is what really just pushed you to the point where
It pushed
you
me
like,
to
you know
that
what,
point.
bro, I'm finna
Yeah.
I found me a good woman.
Yeah.
I'm finna do the family thing.
Yeah,
Man,
I
you know
open
what
me
I'm
a store, you know what I'm saying? Open me a store in Florida, you feel me? A hair salon. I'm straight, like, I'm living a regular life, I'm cool, like, you feel me? And, I just was there, you know what I'm saying? I was there, and it just really became like, yeah, man, like, this is a piece that I'm enjoying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm feeling the love that, because when my mama died, I felt a sense of abandonment.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So my whole life, I never really wanted to fall in love because I was scared. You know what I'm saying?
Because if she leaves you, you're going to feel that level of pain and hurt again. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Of course, you want to avoid that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
And all my friends always, I can't wait till you get a girl. I can't wait till you get a girl. Because, you feel me? They just used to seeing me with girls and, like, never in a commitment. You know what I'm saying? I done had, relationships, but nothing never really, like, that I was all in my heart. You feel me?
Right.
Just
from afar, I noticed the difference. We don't try not to put too much stock in social media, but just when you post on social media and you was posting, famous stuff, I was like, okay, I never seen a nigga do that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Maybe he got the one. You know what I'm saying? Who am I to say I'm a married man now?
Right, for sure.
But back in our day, we wasn't, and we know we did what we did, and that's all we can say about that. We didn't bring all those shit up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You feel me? We was wild boys. We came from a small town and we did wild young nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? And so
for sure.
we enjoyed ourselves when we was young men.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard sometimes for us to settle down.
Better
Like
believe
and
it.
then we artists.
Exactly.
Then we in the public view, and you know what I'm saying? It makes it a little bit more difficult. Ladies. I'm saying bear with us.
So the first verse, you know what I'm saying, is about me and my sister.
Right.
If you know me, you know me. My sister's the closest person, you know what I'm saying, to me. A woman, you know what I'm saying, on earth other than C. Wakely, which is like a father figure, my old manager, like my best friend, you know what I'm saying? And actually that's who the song is about.
Right.
My sister, my girl, my ex-girl, and C. Wakely, you feel me?
Right.
And chasing my dream, the three people that I love more than anything, you feel me?
Right.
Is put a strain on our relationship.
That's what's crazy. But it does that. People don't understand.
Yeah.
When you're an artist, one was the sister, the manager. It's like, bro, like these are the people you slick doing it for them.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when times get hard,
right?
What you're saying in the song, times get hard.
Yeah.
And people don't understand, you know what I'm saying? That passion that burns inside of you as an artist, you can't turn that shit off. That shit is not a switch, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just say, yeah, you should stop rapping and get a job. Nigga, they don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, you know what I mean? But and the weird thing is they don't say that to if you're dreaming your aspirations as an athlete, they tell you keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But when it's hip hop, when it's rap, they always trying to make it seem like, oh, you're too old. And first of all, they tell us you're too old when you get to a certain age to be rapping. You need to stop rapping because you just amount of age, whatever. That's the first part you have to deal with when you're an artist and you're an indie. You know what I'm saying? And the second part is just the fact they feel like, oh, everybody do it, so it's not really that serious. But that's bullshit, because if you was really designed and built for it, and if your God-given gift, you're gonna take it just as serious as if I'm out there shooting 1,000 free throws trying to get to the NBA or whatever. Right. If I'm a craftsman and I'm shaving wood all day trying to get that perfect angle, you're gonna take it the same way. Yeah. Because that's what you was built to do. You feel what I'm saying?
And another thing too, though, just like, you know, all three of them people, they seen, you know, the situation with CTE beat me down. Like, you feel me? Like, it drained them. Right. So just from it draining them, they really didn't want nothing to do with the music industry in general.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's like, because how they treated the situation, like, I don't even want to deal with it no more.
Right.
You know, and you shouldn't want to deal with it no more.
Right. Why do you want to? It's like a domestic violence, an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, why are you going back to this same nigga? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This nigga done beat your. Why the fuck you going back to him? It's like type of situation. You know what I'm saying? When you talking to somebody, it's like, why? And I can understand. I can completely understand.
Of course,
you know
I do, and I get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that gives me even more will to go even harder.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, you feel me? Like, I know my purpose. Like,
right.
It may not happen when y'all want it to happen, but it's gonna happen.
Right. Let's play this joint, man. This is called Pain, Love, and Hate.
This is by far the realest shit I ever wrote, Nate. Swear to God.
Mook got the keys jumping.
They say sometimes risking everything is the only thing worth doing. But losing everybody you love, that shit hurt like a motherfucker. What's love? Love is when you give everything. What's pain? Pain is when the tears fall like rain. What's hate? Hate is when the energy ain't safe. The love fake, you can see it in their face. Oh man. What's love? Love is when you'll give everything. What's pain? Pain is when the tears fall like rain. What's hate?
That shit hurts.
Hate is when the energy ain't safe. The love fake, you can see it in their face.
Let me talk to him.
Dear Maya, I pray to God you get this letter. We just spoke and I promised I would do better. It's my fault, I'm just a fool with too much pride. My money low, I don't even wanna come outside. My heart broke and I've been drowning in my own sorrow. The way 2020 was, ain't none of us promised tomorrow. Just wanna say I love you and I apologize. You only want the best, but I take it like you criticize it. I know my mama rolling in her grave, how I'm acting. I swear to God, I'd rather be in my grave before I stop rapping. But even bigger, more than anything, I need my sister. Cecilia Bruce Jr., Punkin', I miss you. What's love? Love is when you give everything. What's pain? Pain is when the tears fall like rain. What's hate? Hate is when the energy ain't safe. I can't love fake, you can see it in their face.
That shit hurt, nigga.
What's love? Love is when you'll give everything. What's pain? Pain is when the tears fall like rain. What's hate? Hate is when the energy ain't safe. The love fake, you can see it in their face. How the fuck I get here? I know love was a bitch. I was scared all my life. I done seen too many people quit. Thought God must have sent you, cause I fell out the gate. And our kids changed my life. How the love fade away. You made me feel safe. I ain't wanna leave the crib. I ain't wanna do music. Rather be with the kids. For the first time in my life, I only wanted to do what's right. I wanna question how I feel. I know love is a hell of a price. I can point the finger, I can blame you. How the fuck you give up when all the shit we've been through? I put it all on the line, and it probably wasn't smart. I don't know what else to give. Shit, I gave you my heart. What's love? Love is when you give everything. What's pain? Pain is when the tears fall like rain. What's hate? Haters when the energy ain't safe, the love fake. You can see it in their face.
Come on, man.
What's love? Love is when you'll give everything. What's pain? Pain is when the tears fall like rain. What's hate? Hate is when the energy ain't safe, the love fake. You can see it in their face. You ever had the feeling when it seemed like something missing? God, if you listening, please help me paint a picture. We ain't spoken some months, I can't lie, that shit hurt. You know I love you like my pops. Wait, what we doing, nigga? Fuck the pride, all the bullshit aside. He can't do it like this, nigga, I apologize. You got me out the streets, help me become a better man. Taught me about family, show more love than I ever had. I hate the feeling not talking to my nigga. We went to war against the feds, you know me better than my sister. And God forbid we don't never speak again. I love you, my nigga, and I put that on my kids. What's love? Love is when you give everything. What's pain? Pain is when the tears fall like rain. What's hate? Hate is when the energy ain't safe, the love fake. You can see it in their face. What's love? Love is when you'll give everything. What's pain? Pain is when the tears fall like rain. What's hate? Hate is when the energy ain't safe, the love fake. You can see it in their face. What's love? Love is when you'll give everything. What's pain? Pain is when the tears fall like rain. What's hate? Hate is when the energy ain't safe, the love fake. You can see it in their face. What's love? Love is when you'll give everything. What's pain? Pain is when the tears fall like rain. What's hate? Hate is when the energy ain't safe, the love fake. You can see it in their face.
My family mean more to me than anything, my nigga. Listen to me. I done sacrificed everything, my nigga, for this music shit, my nigga. I put my heart on the table for everything I motherfucking do. I swear to God. I just wanna tell my sister I love her, man. I love you, Maya. See that I love you, man. You already know what the fuck it is, you feel me? No matter what. Wake, you know what it is, nigga. I love you to motherfucking death, man. Come on, dawg. The fuck we doing, man? We done came too far, my nigga. Man, this shit crazy, man. What's love? What's pain? What's hate? Man, that shit hurt like a motherfucker, my nigga, I swear to God. Nigga can't tell me shit about sacrifices, boy. I started with 1 million motherfuckers, man. They end up with nobody. Sometimes, man, I sit in the car, my nigga, and the motherfucking tears just roll down my eyes, you feel me? I know I'm blessed, but that shit hurt like a motherfucker, my nigga, for people who you'll do anything for, who you'll give everything for, to give up on you. That shit crazy. Swear to God.
Broadcasting live right now from DBS Sounds. Shout out to this really dope, really great venue, music store over here on the south side. We in Clayco, you know what I'm talking about? You gotta pull up over here and check this out, man. They got a store full. Let me go to the screen over here so you can see the record store. Nice store over there. I got the camera pointing over there right now, so you can see all the merchandise they got over here, man. They got all kind of stuff, man. You know, so listen, record store day, black record stores. Listen, we got to support the people that support us. We got to support the people that was doing it long before y'all start streaming, long before y'all start, you know what I'm saying, rocking with internet and iTunes. We had record stores, you feel me? and record stores was a staple. All right, we got to get back to that. We got to get back to supporting our black businesses within our community. You dig? So listen, DBS Sounds, that's what we lack. They ain't have to do this for us. They ain't have to let K-100 Radio and Blood Rock come over and have this conversation. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to the people that show love, you know what I'm saying, and really just keep it 100, especially the ones that show love to artists. You know what I mean? And never be trying to fuck them over and do all the crazy stuff.
Yeah, if anything, help them.
It help them.
Yeah.
That's all they do over
here. Been doing it for years.
For the culture, man. So I just got to make sure I put that out there while we live and everything. You feel what I'm saying? So Southside DBS Sounds, it's the address, Tobago? 6604 Highway 85 in Riverdale, Georgia. All right. And if you see all the flyers that we've been posting, the damn addresses on there. Yeah. Don't act like you can't find it. I mean, damn. Right.
For real.
Yeah. BDSsounds.com, so y'all love the internet no more. But pull up, you know what I'm saying? And Blood's got books over here.
Yes,
you know
sir.
For sale.
Go get your book, DBS.
Right. Sure.
If you're in Atlanta, surrounding areas, come get your book, man.
Absolutely, man. You know what I'm saying? So, Pain, Pain, Love, and Hate, that's just one of the records that I just like to play. Yeah. And I like Hush. And you got this album is packed again. Yeah. Another really dope project with a lot of really solid records. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I want to, and before we get ready to get up out of here, I'm going to play a couple of more before we roll. And then, as we packing up, we'll bump some music. But you guys, we only have a certain amount of time. So, we can't play the whole album. What's your favorite song on this project, though? It's hard to ask an artist that because artists love all their music. Right. And I'm an artist. I should slap myself for doing it. That's a typical media question. Yeah. But here we are. You know what I'm saying? What is it, Blood?
I mean, of course, you said it. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have of course, you know what I'm saying? They all sentimental to me, but a record that I just believe in that says everything for women, real women who's been there for a man. You know what I'm saying? And don't feel like she get her just due or recognition or type of love. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that. A record I got on the album called Right Here. I mean, don't forget about me.
Right, don't forget about
Feature Illa.
Right.
This female artist out of California. You know what I'm saying? And the record is gonna be a big record. You know what I'm saying? But it's really called Don't Forget About Me for that reason of how most people they come up and then they forget about the people who was there with them when they ain't have nothing.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just letting the female know, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about that. Like, you feel me? Like, you the one, you know what I'm saying? If anything, I'm going to remember you because you was there when I ain't have nothing or when I was down. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's what we need to do for the people who are there in our lives, you know what I'm saying? And really who love us for real and who they'll support us and, you know what I'm saying, when we don't have nothing or when we trying to get something or go through something, you know what I'm saying? Them are the people. Nobody else should get rewarded for that.
Exactly. I'm gonna play a little bit. I gotta play a little bit of that because he gave us such a great segue. Let me drop that a little bit. We can't play the whole thing. We're gonna get into that a little bit though. Let's play this one right here on Don't Forget About Me.
You ain't gotta know, worry about my loyalty. Never. You know it locked in. You know how I feel about you.
We go back and forth. Tell me you don't know, but I can see it right through your lies. Telling me your game's on pause, and I got your heart. I see it in your eyes.
You already know.
Don't you forget about who loves you. Don't you forget about who stayed right here. Don't you forget about who wants you. Don't you forget about me.
When they talk about the real, you the definition. When they bring up the top 10s and bad bitches, you was there when everybody went left on me. That's why every chance I get, I blow a check on you. Vegas nights, Douce and bright lights. We be vibing, helicopters and horse rides. Show you the real when them fuck niggas play games. I'm a different type of breed, babe, them niggas lame. You that baby, regular trips and date nights. Chef Mark is making sure that we eating right. Send you flowers every day is Bay Day. And send a cash up to put a smile on your face.
We go back and forth. Tell me you don't know, but I can see it right through your lies. Telling me your game's on pause, and I got your heart. I see it in your eyes. Don't you forget about who loves you. Don't you forget about who stayed right here. Don't you forget about who wants you. Don't you forget about me.
About you, baby girl, it's whatever. We gon' always shine together and a pussy hoe could never. You been hurt before, so I understand. It's only right, me and the kids, we your biggest fans. Baby girl bad, got her own bag, and her ass fat. That's a big fact. Treat you like a queen, tell you what you mean to me. For every nigga play games, show you how it's supposed to be. They was hating, they say Raw, he a street nigga. And he got hoes, he don't really wanna be with you. We just living life, tell him who the fuck cares. We been up there, so tell him that it's
We
stuck
go
there.
back and forth. Tell me you don't know, but I can see right through your lies. Telling me your game's on pause, and I got your heart. I see it in your eyes. Don't you forget about who loved you. Don't you forget about who stayed right here. Don't you forget about who wants you. Don't you forget about you.
You are tuned to K-100 Radio,
That
hip
one
hop
slapped too,
and
bro.
R&B.
That one right there definitely for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? That one right there definitely for the women. I'm pretty sure all the women are gonna love that one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's that radio cut.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely.
Oh, wow.
definitely.
How would I know? I don't know. How would I know? I got a shout out to a couple of people that's in the building. I'm gonna open up this mic real quick. If anybody want to ask Blood a question, man, I got this extra mic right over here, man. I see my homie P. Rage is in here, man. I thought I saw some of my boys from the Bay. Taurus, Tito over there from the Bay. Some of my Panama City people representing in here. My K-100 radio fam. Shout out to my son, by the way.
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
turn the camera over to my son. That's my son right there, by the way.
Working like his dad.
Over there working the
Yes,
camera. He's a film student at Georgia State.
Man.
He's over here. This is his first time actually shooting, coming out, doing anything.
Okay.
So,
That's
you know
history,
what I'm saying?
baby.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's
So
history.
shout out to my son right there.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? But before we get ready to open up the mic to the open floor, if anybody have any questions, they wanted to ask Blood, I'm gonna give you guys this mic in a second. I got one more song I got to get into though. So anybody that's in here that we got about 30 minutes, and I want to make sure that anybody that want to ask Blood a question, you can just come and stand right here in front of this particular mic. I mean, and this camera right here in a second.
Yeah.
And then I want you to ask the question while we live right here.
Right, for sure.
I don't know if you ever did a live Q&A or not, but
Hey,
we're gonna do it.
you know, I tell people all the time, like, and my boy, I did an interview. I said this, and he was like, "Boy, that's a bar." Like, you feel me? I tell people all the time, though, like, I was interviewed by the feds. Like, how can I not answer anything for regular people?
Right, you know what I'm saying?
That's easy.
And they're gonna ask you some
That's easy.
tight questions.
You know what I'm saying? That's easy.
I gotta talk about Panama City, Florida.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because
For sure.
the unique situation with me and you is the fact that we born and raised in Panama City. We both started as artists. You know what I'm saying? We both felt like, in order to further our careers, we had to move and come to a different city.
Right.
We landed in Atlanta, both of us. You landed in other places.
Yeah.
Just to get our grind on. You know what I'm saying? Just to get our
Take it to
careers
another
the next
level.
You feel what I'm saying? And so uniquely, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I can understand you probably more than anybody else that maybe interviewed you. Or I know I don't know if I got the best interview you ever had, but I think
It's right there.
I'm in a unique position because of that. We
Right.
have that common thread of both being from Panama, both being artists. You know what I'm saying? And both we done did music, and so our conversations that we have off camera are separate. You know what I'm saying? Are sometimes some great deep conversations
Better
because
believe
of
it.
everything that we go through. In your case, there were people, you know what I'm saying, that you hustled with, people that I know, people that you knew, people that a lot of y'all know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, that were basically states evidence for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Basically told on you, basically were people that testified against you, basically pointed you out.
Yeah.
And I know that hurt you deeply. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying? You've expressed it in interviews and you've expressed it in your music a lot. You know what I'm saying? We're from a time where everybody know everybody, like I told you guys at the beginning, so everybody knows your business and everybody got an opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, about your career and everything that happens.
Right.
So you got a song on here called "What It Took."
Right.
And "What It Took" is a record that you made that's obviously directed to Bay County, directed to the people in Panama City that had a lot to say about what happened with your case, what happened with your career, whatever. Everybody has a motherfucking opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when you public people like us, and we on social media, and it's always this chitter chatter. Who's the best? Who did this? Where it fell off? This, all these other kind of crazy shit that goes on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have to address it sometimes.
Of
You
course.
feel what I'm saying?
Of course.
And I feel like that's what you did with "What It Took."
Yeah.
Talk to me about that song real quick before I drop it. Before I play a little stick.
Because people don't know. They don't really know. You know what I'm saying? For one, like I'm not a complainer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a hustler. Like, I'm gonna get to it. Like, I'm gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so much. But I just really want to address a lot of things because it's always, and I understand that it's gonna always be like that, no matter where you're from. People are gonna always talk. You know, and half of the reason is because they can't do what you do. You know what I'm saying? But more than anything, you know, for me, it's always the audacity. You know what I'm saying? You know, because, you know, I hear that, you know, blood don't represent, or, you know, he don't this or that. Like, you know, for one, like, I'm more than 90% the reason why a lot of people know about Panama City. You know what I'm saying? You know, and when it comes far as to me helping people, like, you don't know who I help. You know what I'm saying? Right. You don't know what I've done. You know what I'm saying? You know, but the majority of people who usually talk are the people who are 9 times out of 10 mad you're not around. Right. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason.
And
you know,
I don't want to cut you off because, you know, it's always tough when you have family members, especially like when you was really rolling out there and people think you got this kind of money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so you should reach back and you should do this for this person or that person. Yeah. And everybody feels like you owe them that. Nobody was shooting in the gym with you. Nobody was in the booth with you. But they always have this kind of sort of feeling like maybe you should do more than what they always feel like you are doing.
This the crazy thing, BLIZM. I'm glad we live because, and I don't, again, like I'm not bragging. It's facts. It's so many people owe me, bro. It ain't even funny.
Right.
But I don't get into that.
Right.
Because that's on some other stuff. Like, you feel me? So right. I'm not finna get into, like, why do I have to prove what I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, when right. It's evident, like, I represent. Like, right. You know what I'm saying? To the fullest. You can't pull an interview open. You can't bring my name up without attaching my city to my name. Right. That's the first thing they're gonna say.
Right.
First.
You from Panama City.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's dumb for you to even say, because this is the only thing, even in my bio, that's what it's going to say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
don't say Blood Raw from Atlanta. It says Blood Raw from Panama City, Florida, on pretty much everything, you know, I've always opened up. You know what I'm saying?
Even on TV, they're going to say Blood Raw from Panama City, Florida.
Right.
Slick Puller from Atlanta, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? This is how you're introduced by
right.
where you from. So it's like, it's crazy. But again, it's just people who really want me on the block.
Right.
I'm not coming to the block
ever again.
You know what I'm saying?
The shit is over, like, so it's not going. Even if he falls, if I feel like, bro, if I could fall completely to the off, and nigga, I never let you niggas just enjoy the pleasure of having it.
But you know,
never. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Because,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
the crazy thing though is that I hate having to dwell on that type of stuff when it's people that love us so much.
I know we get a lot of support from there.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I feel like I've always felt like it's always just been a handful.
That's why I said
you know
love
what I'm saying?
Outweigh the hate. So
yeah.
I you know,
yeah.
The love outweigh the hate, man.
It do.
I'm not tripping. You know
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna tell this story because we still got time.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand like the why I am the way I am with you. You know what I'm saying? And it's because they don't know a couple of different stories.
Right.
About how you helped me. You feel what I'm saying?
For sure.
People be maybe back home they be like, man, why them niggas feel like it ain't just music.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell this quick story. When back when you first jumped out the first time, you know what I'm saying, you had touchdown in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know this.
Yeah.
I was just starting. You've been rapping, even though you're actually younger than me. You've been rapping really seriously longer than me because you started at an earlier age. I didn't really get serious about music until I was in my 20s. Most people know that. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? They knew I always be back home freestyling, beating on the tables and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I didn't get serious until I was in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And started really crafting music and making music, right?
Right.
But you had started at a younger age. You know what I'm saying? Even though you already had songs out.
Yeah.
So so I ran into you up in Atlanta, and this is a quick story. You was at a studio and we were just talking. I didn't have any music out. This is before my very first album. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no music out, but you knew I rap. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we had talked. And you was going to a studio and you was like, bro, you know what I'm saying? What you doing? You hit me up. Yeah. It's like, yo, come to the studio. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's go raw. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking we gonna go over there and just, I don't know what we gonna do.
Right.
You invited me to the studio, the lab, I go. Yeah. I pull up. You in the lab, you working with the Outlaws. Mm-hmm. Tupac Outlaws, to be clear. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So immediately, that was the first time I had really been in a studio with anybody that I really had seen on TV. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Really, like, you know, really just, I know who these niggas is. You know what I'm saying? Like other besides an indie artist.
Right.
That was the first known artist that I had actually walked into a studio and seen.
Right.
And you was doing a song with him. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me get to the point. And this is about your character. You feel what I'm saying? This is about why I rock with you. You feel what I'm saying? Why we here tonight.
Right, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all doing the song, and I'm sitting in there kind of like I'm just gonna be a fly on the wall because I'm like, man, I don't want to step on nobody's toes in here, but this is dope. I'm just happy to see you, creating the song with these boys. You know what I'm saying? This was years ago, in like the '90s. You know what I'm saying? So it was the Outlaws in the '90s. A little bit after Pac died. You know the level of
briefly after.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So they hot. You know what I'm saying? They still there. Mm-hmm. So you in there writing, we're working them, and then y'all working on the song, and I'm like, yo, I'm listening to the beat, I'm sitting over there rocking, I'm like, nigga, I'll kill this shit. In my head, I'm thinking like, I'll murder this shit, but I'm not gonna say that shit because this ain't my session, and you just invited me, so I'm like, I'm fly on the wall, and you turn over there and you look at me, you like, shit, nigga, you want to get on this song? And so I'm like, you know what I'm saying, nigga, you want me to get on your song with the Outlaws? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nigga, you show, nigga, you know what I'm saying? But on top of that, you was like, yeah, shit, write a verse. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So even at that moment, it was two things that happened. That was the first time that somebody had kind of like asked me to be on a song with somebody that I actually knew like that. But secondly, it was the first time I ever had to write on the spot. Yeah. Right then. Most of the time, even when I was writing, and I would write my stuff and memorize it and then go, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Right. And then I ain't had no, you know what I'm saying? So you put pressure on me, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you put me on the spot. It's the first time I ever felt pressure as an artist. Sure. Like you gotta really, nigga, let's see if you really do this. Right. And I knew I felt like you was kind of like, nigga, let me see if you're really ready to do this. You know what I'm saying? You was fucking with me, but I was like, even though you low key, like you wanted to see really what I was made of. You feel what I'm saying? Because I really didn't have music out. Went in there, wrote the verse. You know what I'm saying? Went in the booth. Literally, that's the first time I'm in the booth, like reading up the paper, like you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it came out nice. Mm-hmm. They liked it, you liked it, and everybody liked it. And I felt, and at that moment, bro, you just don't understand that shit. Kicked BLIZM, the artist, into fucking overdrive. For sure. The blueprints to my brain doesn't really come out within a year because if it wasn't for that moment, my album came out within a year. Okay. That really made me. When I did that, I knew I could do it. I just wrote a song right in front of the Outlaws, and it was Blood Raw, nigga, and that shit, and niggas was feeling it. Yeah. You couldn't tell me shit. For sure. That moment. That changed everything. That kicked me. My album came out within a year. My first album. You feel what I'm saying? Right. That moment, whether you know it or not, was all the spark I really needed to get my confidence level to really feel like, nigga, I really can do it. Right. And from that moment on, you just been my nigga. That's crazy. I never really tell that story. I don't know if I really expressed to you. You haven't. But that's how it happened. Yeah, you was there. No, it definitely. But you don't understand what that actual moment meant to me.
And I didn't.
You feel what I'm saying? But if you notice, my album came out within a year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but this was crazy though. And we're gonna get out of here. But this was crazy. Like when I came to Atlanta, I already knew you was living in Atlanta. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So. And I knew that you was doing stuff with music. So I'm like, you feel me? Like, I know that I got a homeboy up here that if I ever need, I could call him. Right. Even when we started recording with Jeezy in the beginning. Right. What I called and asked you, what I needed you to do, bro.
That was
engineer the session.
That was the second time you put me on the spot.
Know what I'm saying?
You want to tell it? The second time you put me on the spot, he pulls up to the studio. This is years later after at this point I'm a producer and an engineer. Yeah. He calls me. He's with Jeezy and everybody. I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? He calls me, puts me on the spot. Yo, I got the Justice League up here. Yeah. Justice League. Yeah. We need a place to record. Yeah, okay. Justice League pull up to the studio. I mean, never live. I've never tracked out live instruments. These boys pulling up with trombones and salsas and drums and shit. Yeah. What in the fuck? Normally they come in there, plug up their MPC, and we keep it pushing. Mm-hmm. We track it out. All I ever did was engineer hip hop. That's all I really knew. Yeah. He pulls up with the Justice League, and these niggas got whole instruments and guitars, and I had to on the scene, on the spot, learn how to mic up all that shit. I wasn't even gonna tell that story. I was like, that was the first one was fucking good enough, nigga. That was the second time. That was the second time this nigga put me literally on the spot to test my skill set. Yeah, man. It's a lot that these stories, these are just stories, you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad I had a chance to get that off my chest. Now you know what I'm saying? But I always initially appreciate that, bro. Always, my nigga. And before we go, so I just want I said that to set up this song called "You Don't Know What It Took." Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Then we got to play that one with Ball Greasy, and then we got to let people talk, ask a couple questions before we roll. But this joint right here, You know what I'm saying? I felt like, being from Panama City, of course, obviously, this also resonates with me too, because I understand a lot of what you be going through when you have people talking and gossiping and stuff like that. This one is called What It Took Off the Hush Project.
Good one for the city. I done made so many sacrifices with this shit, man. I took my risk in my life. Bay County. Talking about nigga used to sleep in the studio and all, boy. Throwing rocks at the chain gang, you don't know what it took. Yeah, it done been days, my nigga, no bullshit. No bullshit. I ain't even know what the fuck I gon' eat. I'm trying to tell you. This shit crazy. Let's get it.
You don't know what it took for me to overcome the hate. You don't know what it took for me to get my life straight.
You don't know what it took. I'm trying to tell you, nigga. You don't know what it took. I gotta duck the police and these niggas.
You don't know what it took for me to overcome the pain. I done been through it all. Can't believe I'm still sane.
You don't know what it took. I'm talking about you nigga would've lost your mind. You don't know what it took. Going through half of the shit I done been through.
Fresh out the womb, nigga, I was thuggin'. Just like my mama made something out of nothing. Came from a city where them crackers real racist. I come from a city where there's so many haters. But the love I wear, I can't lie, I missed the day. Candy Corner was the spot, and we went to KJ's. Libby had the grill, best food in the city. When it came to that fly shit, wasn't nobody fucking with me. All the hoes love Lil Bruce, no cap, that's a fact. I inspired you niggas, you can ask my nigga Max. All I wanted was some money, but my nigga told me rap. I used to serve the city, cause all I ever knew was try. And then you got these niggas hollering how I did them wrong. But I bet you fuck niggas won't tell them how I put you on. We used to kill them back to back, yeah, the whole city would eat. Now the city full of hate, and everybody competing. You don't know what it took for me to overcome the hate. You don't know what it took for me to get my life straight.
You don't know what it took. I'm trying to tell you, nigga. You don't know what it took. Nigga, hey, look here.
You don't know what it took for me to overcome the pain. I done been through it all. Can't believe I'm still sane.
You don't know what it took. Nigga, I almost lost my motherfucking mind. You don't know what it took. But my grind and my faith, nigga, too real.
They wanted me to fold, I'm too real, I can't lie. I'm an Aries to the heart, and on my mama I'd rather die. And since we keeping it real, let me go and clear the air. Cause this a few of y'all niggas acting like I wasn't there. I showed you niggas love, gave you niggas racks, spraying my name like I ain't had you niggas back. I helped you niggas swag, put you niggas on. How you mad at me? I ain't put y'all in a song. I let you niggas eat, I gave plates to everybody. Throwing dirt on my name, man, y'all fuck nigga wild. I put Bay County on the map, fuck nigga, that's a fact. I'm a dope boy nigga, I made you niggas wanna rap. The nerve of you niggas tried to get me a life sentence. All you niggas debriefing, I'm offended. Hating on a nigga, get some money, niggas lame. I can't take you niggas serious with them police ad games. You don't know what it took for me to overcome the hate. You don't know what it took for me to get my life straight.
You don't know what it took. Hey, man, look here, man. Y'all niggas need to stop. You don't know what it took. Doogie, what up, boy?
My nigga Scarter seen my blood. You don't know what it took for me to overcome the pain. I done been through it all. Can't believe I'm still sane.
You don't know what it took.
Hey, now nigga gave blood raw, motherfucker thing. I spent my own bread, nigga, risked my own life.
Hey, dog, what up? Scooter, what up?
Real motherfucker talk, nigga.
Boy, Tyson, what's happening?
I'm highly offended with you niggas though, for real, my nigga.
Hey, Steve.
Of them, you know what I'm saying? We got to keep it pushing. All right, before we get ready to rock out some of these last songs, I want to hand this mic over to anybody that want to ask a question. Let me switch over to this camera right here. All right. So if you want to ask a question, step right there, JC, right where JC is at. I'm gonna hand this mic over. Then you know what I'm saying. If anybody want to ask a question real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all do it real quick.
How you doing, Blood Raw?
I'm good. How you doing?
What's up, PD? How you doing? So, what songs were inspired by your low points on this album, or in any of your projects, or this project specifically?
A lot of you know what I'm saying. I usually, to be honest, I become creative just by listening to the beat. Like, the beat is what really brings out any emotion that I have. You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, the real musical tracks gonna be my ones where I'm at my lowest. Like, you feel me? And I talk about the things that happened when I was going through those times. I love instruments, you know what I'm saying? I love live music. I love live guitar, you know what I'm saying? Lead guitar, all that. You feel me? So, you know, I kind of stick to those type of records, other than, you know, trying to make stuff show purposes or the club purposes. You know what I'm saying? But it's still gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? It's my type of club or show. You know, it's not the radio type of stuff. It's just, you know. That's Southern Soul. Yeah.
What's going on, Blood? Tobago up, DBS Sounds. Me and my brother was vibing over there. The lyrics is definitely there and the beats is banging. Who produced on the album? Because the production,
for sure.
You gotta give the producers some love.
Always.
They killed it on that, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Who you use for the project?
I kept it simple, man, with some up and coming producers, on which all we've grown a real close relationship. The one who got the majority of the album is my partner from Louisville, Kentucky, Young Diesel. I got Young Diesel produced on the album. My close friend Sherm Beats, he produced on the album. Mook got the keys from Tampa, Florida. Cash Clay. Who else? DJ on the beat, from Miami. There's got to be one more person. Oh, yeah, this young producer from Columbus, Georgia, named Laid Back Cam.
They got down, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Salute to them boys, man.
Hey, what's going on?
Chill, what's up, my brother?
What's up, King?
Already.
All right, Blood. Hey.
Yes, sir.
Being that you independent, you've been in the game for a long time.
Right.
You know, I know where we come from as
for
well.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, what I really wanted to ask you, okay, do you got anything coming out exclusive, like an NFT, what artists doing now?
Right.
Put music on the blockchain.
What? To be honest, I just spoke with somebody maybe 3 days ago about NFTs, and I'm extremely willing to learn and want to learn about them. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because I create music all the time, and I love doing stuff exclusive. You feel me? But I really, really want to get into it. It's crazy because we don't offer that information enough about the new things that's going on.
Right.
Like, we always wait till it's late and everybody done made all the money, and then we want to tell you bits and pieces about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Whereas in the beginning, if you feel me, if you rock with me and I rock with you, you know what I'm saying? Why not share the knowledge or whatever, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Like, you know, if it's a number or anything that I could ever help anybody with, I'm gonna give it to you. Like, I'm not one of those niggas who gonna hold back no information or no resources. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna always try to plug people with somebody that got something going on, whether they can help you or they can't. At least I did my part.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Anybody else?
What up, Blood Raw?
What's up, my brother?
I just want to elaborate on you know, when Jesus hold his nut, he had his nuts on us. I just want to say, I heard in the interview earlier.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we were just sitting at home,
nah,
not getting no money. We would still have 3 shows a week.
Yeah.
At 7,500.
Yeah.
So I just want to elaborate on that.
All good.
Yes,
and that's my brother Mike Fresh.
Yes, sir.
He was there, you know
yes,
what I'm saying, the whole time. You feel me? As well as my other people, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, when I came to Atlanta, man, I had my own team. You feel me? My own brothers, my own family, and we moved as a unit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we did the thing with the label, but we still created Blood Raw Entertainment identity in the city.
Right.
You know, in Atlanta, they embraced me with open arms, and I appreciate it. It's like home for me, like for real, for real.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't too many places I can't go, and the doors are open for me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I tell people all the time where, you know, it'd be hard for up and coming artists, but, you know, for me, like Atlanta is one of those markets just like Florida for me. So it's not hard to break no records here for me because I've done so much grind and lead work in this city that I have them relationships to go back to.
Right.
Like Tobago, for one, man, we've been locked in for years. Like he did my first album in, well, not this building, but right down the how many buildings up? How many units over? Yeah, 3 doors down.
Right.
So, you know, he made history with me on my first album and second album. You know what I'm saying? My only 2 real albums, he helped me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and this is Atlanta. You feel me? I just want to say some of us coming from Panama City, like, and I'm sure that they watching, and this is directed to
the radio station. This is directed to DJ Big Boy.
Ooh.
You feel me? Like, and I'm just being real. This ain't no hate. This love, my G.
Right.
You feel me? But something has to done as a resource in our city to support the local artists. And I know you're doing your part in Tallahassee, but this has to happen in Panama City.
Yeah.
You feel me? You go to different cities and states, and they have a local segment that they play hometown artists.
Right.
Because it helps. It helps the city. It helps the radio station. It helps the artist. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that you have to fight for, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no way in the world that I had to go 7 hours from my hometown to try to get a record played on radio.
In Panama City.
When I got a radio station in my hometown.
Right.
You feel me? So I had to fight from Panama City to Miami. That's 7-8 hours from me. You know what I'm saying? And I got a radio station in my hometown that plays urban music, and it's sad, but you have to fight for that. You have to let them know what we mean to the city, what local talent mean and artistry mean in that city, so that they get it and they understand. And you have to be passionate.
Yeah.
You got to be passionate about it. You can't just bring it up and think that it's okay, because nobody's going to take that serious.
And well, you brought that up, so you know I got to chime in. There's a couple of things I got to say about that, and I want to make sure everybody's listening. First and foremost, that comes with ownership. Ownership is key.
Yes.
So for me, a caveat to the conversation is, Big Boy don't own that station down there. Some white folks do.
Yeah.
He worked for them.
Of course.
But guess what? Who own this shit you watching right now?
BLIZM.
So before we even go beyond that, you could also try supporting the fucking platforms that actually are owned by black people that's born and raised in Panama City. Opening up our app
for sure,
where you can actually hear some Blood Raw music, where you can actually hear some Lil Cash music, where you can actually hear some Drew Digger music.
Yeah.
Need I go on?
Oh man.
But that's a whole. You should have started that. You should have led with that. You know what I'm saying? Because now that because we got to get up out of Tobago shit, and that'll make me go on for a whole another fucking hour.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And being Big Boy cool too. You feel what I'm saying? And he interviewed me once when I came to Panama. You know what I'm saying? Years ago. So I understand that his hands and we both had music played on radio in Panama City, when, you know what I'm saying, but it was a different DJ and stuff like that, but they took risk, you feel what I'm saying, so some of them did take the risk, and I think when he was playing You Don't Come Around No More, I think that nigga got in trouble for playing my record that much, you know what I'm saying. I forgot his I forgot his name, my guy, he was cool, but he was playing when You Don't Come Around No More came out, he was playing it, and I think he actually got in trouble for playing it that much, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes y'all understand what you're saying, you got to take the risk, but the key part of the conversation is he don't because I'm pretty sure he's worried about losing the job.
Well, this is all I'm saying. It's just a conversation. It's a real conversation.
Yeah.
It's a passionate conversation.
Yeah.
You every DJ done had it. Well, program director, DJ, whatever, done had this conversation in their city in order to get there.
Yeah.
But it has to mean something to the person that's bringing it to the table.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just make it seem like, you feel me, it's okay if y'all don't play it. It's all good.
It's like he doing one of us a favor. It's got to be like, no, I want this for me. I want this indie 2-hour block for me every other day or every
what
Friday,
I got to do to make this happen.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I know. Your point is valid. Your point is valid. But I want to make sure that these niggas also have other platforms that they can support.
Of course.
That are black owned. I ain't got to ask a motherfucker nothing.
Oh, man.
To do nothing.
Yeah, it's for real.
With K-100 Radio.
Better believe it.
And they'll act like I'm bullshitting.
No.
Anyway.
You are tuned to K-100 Radio.
That's all I got to say about that, because that's a whole other conversation. Before we get ready to get up out of here, man, I got to make sure that we, again, shout out to the homie Tobago and DBS Sounds, man. I appreciate it. We got one more song that we got to play, though, because you know you got that Ball Greasy, so you finna drop that.
Oh, yeah, coming to the radio soon.
I'm going to play this right here. You know what I'm saying? This right here with Ball Greasy, and then this one right here is hot, though.
For
you know what I'm saying? You feel me? And I'm gonna just play this a little bit, and then we're gonna get ready to pack it up. Of course, if everybody in here, you've got some merch over here. So the book, if you want them to sign it and everything, and you want to buy the book and support the brother, please do that. Get a t-shirt and all that. Support Blood and the Venue.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But before we ride out, I'm gonna drop this right here with Ball Greases.
Let's get it.
That's the one you want. Is that the one, or you want to play something else?
No, you play that.
Play that right there.
Yeah.
All right, let's ride this real quick.
Damn, what I gotta say, babe, what I gotta do so I can get that little pretty thing in the coupe, yeah. Take you on a tour through my city right quick, so I can really show you why I live like this, why I talk like this and keep it real like this, why I ride behind 10 big steel like this. Always think ahead, cause I live for the future, and introduce you to things that you ain't really used to. Oh, you living in the hood, not no more, I move it. 3,500 a month, babe, I can do it. Real low key with it, I don't like the flash. Realest thing smoking in the city, not the brag. Anything at the mall, if you want it, you can grab anything of mine, babe. If I got it, you can have. But before I wreck out and spend this little change, if the feds come get me, can you stand the rain? Huh? Where my real bitches at? Where my real bitches at? To hold me down through thick and thin. Fuck a lover, babe, I need me a friend, huh? Where my real bitches at? Where my real bitches at? Who won't switch on me? Who won't fold? Hit the feds at the kicking the
Real
door.
nigga shit. I know your man ain't loving you right. Baby say she need a real nigga in her life. Say she wanna ride with the top leg back. When she on Patron, she don't know how to act. Palm trees, white sand, and jet skis. We getting money, them fuck niggas is wannabes. Don't ride us, 100 plus on old schools. Expensive taste, bad bitches and seafood. Real nigga, everything is boss shit. Show you how we living, just don't be on no flaw shit. Put you in a suite with a beachfront view. Everything paid cause I'm fucking with you. I need a real ass bitch, who don't give a fuck about a nigga. She don't care about the fame cause she fucking with a nigga. Babe, I been here before, seen a lot of people change. If I lose it all today, can you stand the rain?
Where my real bitches at? Where my real bitches at? To hold me down through thick and thin. Fuck a lover, babe, I need me a friend, huh? Where my real bitches at? Where my real bitches at? Who won't switch on me? Who won't fold? Hit the feds ever kicking the door, you know what I'm saying?
And again, I'm your host, BLIZM. Now, before we go, Blood, where can they stream the album, get the album? Where can they buy the book?
The album is available on all platforms. Every platform that is music is available on, it's available. You know what I'm saying? Go get it. It's called Hush. Hush stands for Hustling Till Something Happen, which is an acronym. You feel me? Go get that album, man. You feel me? The book, you could get it at DBS Sound if you're in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? It's available for you, the physical copy. If you want to get one online, in the internet, you know what I'm saying? It's available on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Go get it. It's a good read. I promise you. DBSsound.com is
Matter
also
of fact, it'll help
available.
them a lot if you get it on DBSsounds.com because they're the scans.
Of course.
That actually helps, you know what I'm saying? But
that's where you need to get it from. DBSsound.com.
Yeah.
DBSsounds.com.
Yeah.
Go get this book, man. Real talk.
And get that music. You feel what I'm saying?
And follow me on Instagram, BloodRaw1. BloodRaw the number 1. Follow me. I'll follow back.
I'm glad we had a chance to have this conversation finally, my dog.
Yes,
you know
sir, man. It was a good one.
We covered a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's still more that we left out on you niggas.
Yeah.
We were saying
Sure.
I was just trying to be nice on some stuff. I left out. K-100 Radio, man. Blood Raw. Make sure you go get that album, Hush. Make sure you get that book. All right. Shout out to DBS Sound. Shout out to all my people that pulled up over here tonight. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.
Shout out to Bay County, man. I love y'all.
The Bay is in the building. I don't know why the boys in the Bay. Nobody from the Bay wanted to say nothing.
It's all good.
Nobody from the Bay wanted to say nothing. They like, nah, we just over here supporting. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hold up. Oh, hold on. We got one more.
Alright, I got a question. So, what really got you into it, like music? Like, and while you doing music, how you get it to like perfect your craft doing music?
Well, I to be honest, I started doing music as a cover up. You know what I'm saying? Just really going to the studio. I had a promo van, you know, all the rap stuff, you know, to try to trick the police in my city like I was doing music. You feel me? But I fell in love with music as I started recording. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I hold a lot of things in. You feel me? So it became, you know, therapy for me. You know, and the more that I fell in love with it, the more that I began to take it more serious. Anything that I do, I just try to do. I give 110%. If I'm doing it, I'm gonna try to be the best. You know what I'm saying? So I just really I just really kind of studied what other people had going on, what they was doing in the industry. Now, I don't know local shit, but in the industry, you feel me, them standards, and I took my sauce and I added it. And, you know, whether it was packaging mixtapes with what it was back then.
What? CDs?
Yeah. No, but I'm saying the place that was pressing up.
Oh, something like disc makers and all that?
Disc makers, you know what I'm saying? You know, just pressing my stuff up and doing everything professional. You know what I'm saying? You know, recording in the right studios, getting it mixed and mastered where nobody was doing it at that time. You know what I'm saying? Just everything, just try to do professional and making everything industry standard. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the music, you know, it's just being you. Like, you feel me? Like, perfecting my craft. I'm not trying to be the best rapper. I'm just telling my story at the best the way that I can do it. You know what I'm saying? So I never really got into the whole ordeal of trying to, you know, write the best lyrics or, you know, perfecting my craft like that. I just knew how to do songs. I wanted to make real music, like, you know what I'm saying, like songs that people, you know, can have from now to whenever, that never get old or never, you know, become some timing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if I'm answering your question, what you really want to ask, I basically would just say, you know, the more that I done it, the better I got at doing it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just all, you know, whatever you put into it, bro, what you gonna get out of it.
Absolutely. Always that. K-100 Radio, man, we live right now, man, and shout out to my dog, Blood Raw.
Yes,
Good
sir.
to see you, brother.
Love
all
you,
right,
bro.
go get that album and go get that book.
K-100 Radio.